today. I'm so glad you decided to spend part of your day drawing with me, Mark Kistler. We're going to draw some great eyes. I'm so glad you guys are all here drawing with me today. We're going to draw the eagle eye today. We're going to draw the marshmallow poofy eye. We're going to put texture and shading blended, a little reflections in the eye. We're going to draw, this is a tribute to my students who were the animators for the movie Tangled, and they made movies like Kung Fu Panda and Shrek and Madagascar and the movie Frozen. So this is a little salute to them, that poster from Tangled. Remember that? Give me half face if you ever heard of that. You guys ever hear that movie Tangled? You ever see that poster? And then we're going to use my book, You Can Draw in 30 Days, which is number 5 in Amazon.com bestseller list. Yay! I'm in the top 10. Yay! Pretty cool out of 13,000 drawing books across the planet. We're going to draw this eye right here, which is in the back of the book. Look at this. We're going to draw this human eye. I'm going to draw that eye right there, page 227. That look awesome, you guys? That look awesome? Happy face for that. So we have a great drawing lesson because we're going to develop pencil power. We're going to learn these Renaissance words, these 12 words of drawing in 3D. And all these words, you can go down and print that chart, the 12 Renaissance words. Now, for all you new students who are starting this week or recent students, this little arrow right up in the top corner, that's how you enlarge. See that arrow right up there? That's how you enlarge the screen to make it gigantic, okay? Now, the whole goal today is to celebrate your imagination. Yay! And for this light bulb, the imagination light bulb, ding, to pop up over your head, and you say, aha, I get it. So let's start. We're going to draw 4 awesome drawings. So let's start. We have, I'm going to block these in, okay? These 4 areas. Now, you don't have to push hard. We'll probably end up erasing these, but this just gives you a kind of a target area of how we're going to do it. Like every lesson I draw, let's say we're drawing elephants. See, I draw 4 drawings. Like on this one, I did koala, the opera singer, the hot dog house, and I always do end up 4. Now sometimes I'll end up doing more. Like we did letters, and I started with the 4, but then I put a whole bunch in the middle, so I erased all the letters. Okay, so usually we end up with 4 per hour. Let's see how we do on this one. Let's see how many eyes we draw on this one. So let's start right here, and let's start with the eagle eye. All right, so we'll start right here in score number 1, and let's draw this flowing. Now in 3 lines, it's going to take us about 3 lines to establish this eagle eye, and in 3 lines we're going to end up with this really cool eye. Isn't that cool? 3 lines. There's 1. Now the eye, the eagle eye, I'm going to tuck it under here. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to draw the sphere, draw the circle for the eye, see? So we know it's going to be tucked under there, so I'll tuck it under. I'm going to darken it in, come around, and then I'll erase that extra line here, okay? Now, see if this eye kind of bulges out here a bit. It's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect, all right? Excuse me. Now, there's 2 lines. Now, watch this for the eyebrow of the eagle eye. I'm going to draw this thickness around here. Happy face, sad face. You guys with me on this? See how it tapers back and gets smaller? Isn't that fun? Give me happy face, sad face. You guys with me on this one? It's good to see all you drawing with me today. Look at that full house. Love to see it. Now, so we have 3 lines, 1, 2, 3, and you can see from that simple beginning how we're going to end up with this really cool eye. Isn't that neat? Look at that. All right, very simple beginning. Now we start adding, let's put the details, put some feathers for the eagle eye. And today's lesson, a lot of it has to do with the shading and the shadows and the values, and put some feathers going back. And then a lot of the lesson today has to do with texture, like the texture of the feathers. And look at this, and the texture of the eyebrow and the eyelashes, and then the texture of the hair with the eyes that guys look peeking out. Different texture to make your drawing fun and fascinating to look at. All right, let's draw the pupil. I'm going to give this guy this cool looking pupil here, kind of like a dragon eye. I'll put the reflection a little higher up. I'll keep the sun coming from the top up here coming down, so it causes reflection right here. And then let's darken this in. Let's darken all this in around here. Darken this in. And very, very cool. Looking good. Happy face, sad face. You guys with me on this one? All good. Okay, and then let's take it and let's put a shadow underneath here. Here's the shading. Let's shade under here. Shade, shade, shade. And blending. Let's make it really dark down here. And look at this. See this? I'm going to put this dark shading this to make a value. See, it's dark here and it gets lighter as it comes out. See that? Now I want to put a little bit of shadow under the eyebrow and have it come down. Put a little bit of shadow up here. And it gets lighter as it comes down. Isn't that cool? All right. Love it, love it, love it. Now, I think this is looking really cool. What do you guys think? You love it? Now, you can use your Stompy. Use your Stompy to kind of blend it out. See, now don't push too hard or it'll make it look muddy. See, it'll make it all the tones and values blend together. I'm just going to very lightly just touch the top under the eye. Very lightly. I'll push a little bit harder underneath the nooks and crannies. And I do want to come under the eye here. See, I'm going to get that contrast, make that eye really pop out. See that? I'm using this as a paintbrush. Now, I like having that value. I'm going to put this. This is the edge of the beak, right? That's the beak coming out here. And so what I'll do is on this side of the beak, behind here, the sky. I want to put the sky back here. Okay. Put a little value. See. That'll make the eye really pop out. See? See, what do you think? Does that look cool? Ah, ah, ah. I just made my eagle sound like a crow. You guys can make the cool sound effects here. You're going to make the most wonderful, fascinating, creative stories about your drawings. All right, maybe put a little bit more of a value there on the beak and under the eye. All right, so there's our eagle eye. Way to go. In 3 lines. The S-curve overlapping the underlapping eye, and then the eyebrow, we created a really cool looking drawing with 3 lines and a little shading. Now let's go to score number 2 and let's work on this marshmallow eye here. See, now the marshmallow eye, I want to make it look like it's really soft and it's like part of the marshmallow monster guy, right? So let's start with a circle. Block in the circle for the eye, and on this one, we're going to put a guideline right down the center. We're going to put a guideline right down the center, okay? Now, all these lines, look at this. Let me show you this one here. Let's show you this one. See, here's the center line. No matter where you put the pupil, here's the center line. Now, all these side lines are wrinkling away from the center line. These are on the left side, so they curve to the left. These are on the right side, so they curve to the right. And we did this on the mouth of the dinosaur and the mouth of the grandpa fish, using that center line to help position our wrinkles in the right direction. So let's draw the marshmallow eye, curve it down right here. That's going to be in front. And then you can make this one, I'll make it a little smaller. I want a different variation. I don't want the top and the bottom to be exactly the same. So I'll make this one a little bit smaller down here. Now, variation's important. I don't want this to be exactly the same on both sides. And so on this side, to cover up, to make this eye sink in inside. See, we want the eye to look like it's really pushed back inside the marshmallow. So right here, I'll put maybe a couple small wrinkles. It's on the left side of the wrinkles on the center line, so I've made it go to the left. And then there's 2 small ones. And then watch this. Then I'll put a big bump. See, 2 small and a big. Now, I'll jump over on this side. I don't want to do the same thing, so instead of having small right away, I'll put a big bump. And then I'll put a small bump. See that? It made it different. Does that make sense? Give me a happy face if you understand that we're going to use this kind of random, some small, some big. We want to make it look like it's random, but we're planning the randomness. So down here, maybe I'll put another big one right here. Now, look at this. Look, see this eye? You see how I started coming up instead of coming down all the way? On this one, I wanted to push this one back. So let's come down to the bottom now, and let's do a one big one right here. Do one big bump. Then over here, let's do a couple small bumps. Okay? And then, just to keep it different, this one, I think I'll just do a big one right in the middle, and this one right here, I'll do a medium one. Isn't that cool? So now we got all our wrinkles. Wrinkles are really a great technique to learn how to make your drawing look 3D, make it look fun and interesting, make it look really cool. So let's go through here. Let's clean up all of our extra lines. We won't need that center line anymore. Now let's clean up, because now the fun part. Now we got to add the detail. I love adding the detail. All right, so we have all of our eyes. Now this is our goal. See, we're gonna put the shading in here, all the shadows. So I think I'll put my pupil. I'm gonna have my pupil looking down into the drawing over in this area here. So I'm gonna draw the eye. Ready? So I'm gonna draw the pupil, and I'll just position it like that, so I know where it's gonna go. So I know part of it's gonna be down underneath here, right? Now, that'll be all right. You can draw the pupil looking down the corner, and then we'll clean up the extra line. See, it's tucked underneath there. See, it's really going to be peeking down. Then I'll put some reflections. Now, we could just put one little triangle reflex like a bubble, or you can put a couple. I think I'll put two just to make it more interesting. See on this one how I gave it two? Oh, and by the way, if you guys want to draw more with me, there's my website, www.markkislerlive.com. If you want to give my website to your friends to draw, we have a wonderful, really cool discount sign-up special. If you guys want to extend your membership, or if you have friends that want to draw with us too, we'd love to have them. I love having more students sign up and draw with us around the world. So if you have your friends or your neighbors who want to draw, go ahead and give them that website, markkislerlive.com, and we invite you to take advantage of that really great discount, super discount for new Genius students for the whole year. You can extend your membership too if you want. Okay, now look what I'm doing. We have the overlap and we have the wrinkles. Now I'm going to put the dark contrast pupil in here. Make it really dark. Push hard on your pencil, and then I want to smooth this out. So I'm going to use my blending, my Stompy here. And I'm going to smooth that out. Happy face, sad face. Do you guys like your little marshmallow eye? Smooth it out, and then take your pencil. Now, what I want to do is this. Let's get a little bit of. Look at this. I'm going to get a little. Now, not as dark as the eye, but I want to get a little bit of the value underneath the shadow. See, we're going to do the wrinkles in just a second, but let's do the inside of the eye. Let's get all this. Let's get up inside here, all the nooks and crannies, you see. Let's get inside there, all along here. Isn't that great? Shade. All right, now let's take your Stompy and let's kind of blend it out. Now, don't push too hard, but you do want to push it out just a bit. See this? Let's blend it out. I'm going to blend more underneath that eyelid right there. See that? This is a wonderful, smooth tool. Isn't that great? Now, you can use your finger for this, too. You can use your finger, but I just love using my Stompy. See, it's different pressure. It's dark. I put a little bit here and get lighter as it goes up. All right, now, watch this. Now I'm going to use the residual pencil lid. I'm going to use this pencil lid that is, whoa, I'm knocking my camera around. Sorry about that. I want to use this end. See, this end doesn't have enough. This end has more residual lead. It looks cool. I'm going to roll it around in here. And then I'm going to, watch this, I'm going to put a little bit of a shadow underneath here. See, wherever. See, the light's coming from up here. So I want to make this really 3D by shading all the areas opposite. Like this edge of the bump wouldn't be in the sun. See, the light's coming from up here. So I'm going to put a little bit of shadow under here. See this? So let's use this. You guys love it? You love it? Give me half face if you love this. Look what we just did. Isn't that neat? We kind of smooth it out, just not all the lines, just a few, just a few little areas here. And there's our awesome marshmallow monster eye. You can do two of these, and the marshmallow monster's gonna be looking at you. All right, so let's take a look at our drawing here. So we have our page, and we have two guys. We have our eagle eye, and we have our marshmallow. So down here, I want to draw these guys. Okay, I want to draw the picture of the eyes looking out of between the hair, kind of my salute. Remember to my students who animated the movie Tangled. Okay, so I'll work right in here in this area, and the poster. Remember the poster of the movie Tangled had the eyes peeking out between the fingers. Now this morning when I was drawing this one, I just went crazy and I drew a whole page with a whole bunch of eyes. So I'm not sure if we're going to end up drawing 5 sets of eyes or just one set looking out. It's going to be up to you how you want to draw it. So let's take this and let's start with one set of eyes right here. Let's draw the near eye. And then over here, I'll draw this other cartoon, fun, kind of big spherical eye, big bulging eye. So there's 2 eyes, okay? Now, how to make these look like they're peeking out from, all the hair. Remember that poster? Well, I'm going to put a dot over here, see? And I'll go way out here and put a guide dot over here, see? So we have the guide dots for how I want the hair positioned. And I'm going to draw this first here. Look, it's going to go up. They come down. Don't worry about it too much. Just have it overlap just a bit. See what I'm doing? I'm going to create the pattern of the hair. And this one, I went really nuts. Look at it. I went up and down. I created a wave and overlapping. So it's just repetition over and over and over again. So I'm going to come down on this one. Watch this. This one's going to come down and curve up. And the more you draw it, look at, already I see a wave forming right here. Look what I'm doing. Already starting a wave. See that? Now, I don't know if any parents watching and drawing with us today ever played that game called Spirograph when they were growing up. It was a neat pattern game of using gears to draw a neat pattern. Give me half face if your parents know what I'm talking about. Anybody know what I'm talking about? Spirograph. You can guess, a neat game. Actually, I just bought one for my kids last week. Where was that? I was at Hobby Lobby, and they had Spirograph. Cool. It's been around forever. And look at, I'm going to draw. It's just a neat pattern-shaped game that you use, and your eye loves a repeated pattern. I'm going to create another wave right here. Look at this. I'm going to have this come up. I'm going to do another wave right here. Does that make sense? See that? Just take your time and go over and over it and create this wonderful pattern. See this? And then I'm going to do another. You guys want to do a whole bunch of eyes or just one? Give me half face if you want to do a whole bunch of eyes. You want to do a whole bunch of eyes? You can do that. So we have one set. You guys want to go crazy right here? Okay, well, watch this. Let me go ahead and do another wave. I think I'll do another set of eyes. I'll do one here. Why not, right? Why not? We're here. We have the pencil. We have the time. Why not? Let's do another. You know what? I think I'll do it. I'll do that. I'll do the multiple sets of eyes. Ooh, scary. This will be really cool. All right, so down here, I'll do another set of eyes. I'll do one here and one here. See, overlap it. All right, so I have another set of eyes down here. So I know that. See how this is going to come up? This set of hair will tuck underneath this wave, right? Okay. Whoa. This is going to be cool. You guys, give me half face, sad face. Do you guys like this? What do you guys think? All right, so we have the 2. And just how crazy you want to get. You want to put another set up here? Sure, why not? Draw another set, the near eye right here, and tuck this back behind here. So what I'll do is behind this wave will be this set of hair. Okay, and you can create another wave if you want. I have another wave starting right here. See that? See, I'm starting another wave. And it's just repetition. You just get more and more. Get your hair. Take your time. It's very relaxing. You ever seen those books called Zentangle? They work on the premise of the The repetition and the patterns are so pleasing to the eye. See, I'm gonna even put some shadow under here. Look at that, under that wave. What do you think? See what I did? I did a wave and a little shadow. See this one? I'm gonna do the same thing here. Look at, here's the wave of the hair, and then I'll make it darker and lighter as it comes out. See that? As it comes down on the wave. Okay, here's another wave. Coming around here, so it can shade underneath here. That makes sense? Give me a half face if that makes sense. We're creating a wave in the hair, and so I'll just blend it a little bit. See that? Take our Stompy, we'll kind of blend it. Take our Stompy, we'll kind of. No, we're not done with the flow of the hair. Excuse me, because this one I'm going to have another wave on this hair. I do another wave. So you can almost see this hair back. See, it comes behind it. It swoops up. See that? I'm going to create another wave as it's coming over here. Do another wave. I enjoy this. This is a fun pattern. Wait till we start drawing the detail of the eyes. You're going to love that. So this one has another shadow underneath here. See that? Oh, I got quiet for a second because I was concentrating on making that really cool little blending wave. The hair flopping over the top. Hair's coming up and flop. It doesn't have to be perfect, okay? Oh my goodness, I just dropped my favorite pencil. There it is. All right, so let's darken this in, the overlapping. And maybe I'll put a little more hair. And put a little more hair here. And it's coming out from behind. Now I'm going to work on this. Let's just draw the pupil. Okay, all these eyes will be staring. You guys love this? Happy face, sad face, meaning face. Do you like all the eyes looking from behind the hair? Oh, I love the happy faces. Okay, just enjoy the repetition and the texture. That's an important word here that we're talking about is texture. See, we're repeating a successful pattern. This is size larger and it gets smaller. It's in front, larger, smaller. Put a reflection. Okay. And now we get into the detail. You want to see some cool detail. Look at this detail I'm working on this week. Now, every week I'm going to try to show you guys a detailed drawing that I complete. My work is now going to be in a couple galleries here in Northwest Houston area. There's going to be one in Tomball and one in the Woodlands, Texas. And so I'm doing pencil drawings for the gallery. Look at this detail. What do you guys think? Do you guys like that detail? The penguins in a tree. I'm still working on it. It's taken me about 6 hours so far. But on this one, it shows you to take your time and enjoy it. Let me zoom out so you can see a little bit more. So this one will be in a gallery. It's pretty cool. I'm excited. Here's a couple others I practiced. I still have to finish. But here's the big family of fish. Look at the detail overlapping and taking your time and just enjoying the process of drawing a wonderful picture that you can hang in your room on your refrigerator or frame it and your parents can hang it up. So detail, detail, detail. Love the detail and love the repetition and love the texture. Okay? So this week, let me give you a challenge. Like I'm drawing that page with 99 penguins right in trees or 99 fish swimming in the ocean. You draw 99 eyes. How about you draw 99 eyes? Now we get in here. Look at this. Now we get in here. I'm going to kind of try to cover up that eye. See, I'm trying to cover up the eye line back there. You see it. So I'm going to go back here. Let's put the contrast. Let's get it really dark back here. How many of you are in green light, 100%, you want to draw 99 eyes? We're going to try to do an assignment every week. I'm going to start doing that. I keep forgetting to give you guys your assignment. I want you to draw a couple hours with me each week, right? But then I want you to practice on your own. I want you to take these, and I want to see pictures. I want to have you guys send me pictures of what you're ending up with, okay? I want to see your beautiful masterpieces. I want to see your drawings. All right, so I'm going to keep adding detail here to the hair. And back underneath here. Now I'm going to shade those eyes too. This is a fun detailed one. We kicked up the level of difficulty on this one quite a bit, didn't we? All right, so you can see this one would make a great, this would be a good one to have 1,000 eyes, right, poking out. They fill a whole page with these. Wouldn't that be fun? So I'm going to make it really dark back here. Let's get it really, really dark here. That's cool. Isn't that fun? Really dark. And then I got to clean up this eye a little bit. I went a little crazy. Enthusiastic. Love it, love it, love it. All right. Now, I'll open up the text box if you had a question. Someone had a question. The text box, if you're now, if you're watching this recording, the text box won't open up. But go ahead and take your, look at this. I'm going to draw this back behind here. I'm going to put the pupils. It's just how many eyes do you want to draw? This one's pretty hard. It is. It is a little more challenging, huh? It is a little more. See, that's why some of the drawings we draw are beginning, some of them are intermediate, and some of them are advanced. I like to combine, so you guys always will have one that's really just a little too hard for you, so it pushes you. I don't want to shove you over the edge of the cliff of despair, but I do want to nudge you. I want to nudge you and push you and edge you on to try new, more advanced things. I like it. I'm glad you like it. I'm getting texts right now, and you guys are saying you like it, so take your time. This is a great hour. I want this to be the best hour of your week. That's what I want. This will be the best hour of our week drawing together. Okay? And what we're going to do is really focus on adding your own ideas, your own imagination. Right? Remember the light bulb idea. We want to have that light bulb ding pop up over your head. Light bulb, like I'm inspired. I'm celebrating my imagination with the world. Look at this is you. You're like singing, yay, drawing is wonderful. So let's darken it down here. Put that nice dark. Now remember, we're going to draw the human eye next. I'm going to draw this guy. I'm going to draw this eye next. Maybe a lightning bolt in there. Or we'll draw this eye and I'll put a star. Or there's different, or look at this one. And this eye right here, look, I put a bat. Right? So that's next. But let's finish up this one. This salute to the artists who were my students many, many years ago who went on to animate movies like Tangled and Kung Fu Panda and Madagascar and the movie Frozen. And maybe you girls and boys will be the genius animators and storytellers of the next generation. I'm going to draw more hair here. This one needs a little more hair. A little more hair over here. And then I'm going to dark it in. So it looks like he's really peeking out from back there, right? Let's put that contrast. You can twist and turn your paper. Your paper is not locked down. It's not glued down at all. You can move it all you want. In fact, you can put more hair as you're working along here. You zoom in just a bit. So darken it in. Darken it in. And then here, draw the eyes. Draw the eyes. Make it really dark all around here. I like those reflections. Isn't that cool? All right, you want to keep going? Excuse me. Well, let's finish up down here. You rock. Okay. Hey, thanks for the my favorite classes. That's great. I love your text. Thank you for all your comments. All right. Well, let's finish this one. I'm going to tuck the eyes down here. Now remember, when you open up the class, you don't see the map right away. Make sure. See if you open up the classroom. And you have your screen. You have 4 screens. You have my drawing area up here with the pencil drawing, and you have my logo. This should be a map. If it's not a map here, take your cursor, come to the blue, and click this little icon right there. So this will be a map. All right. Give me half face if that makes sense. All right. So let's put a little reflection here, and I'm going to put the pupil, and I'm going to zoom in so you can see what I'm doing. Now this, you know what? To make this even, I like an odd number, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I really want to put one more set of eyes here. I'm going to put one more down here because I like to have 5, right? So let me put one here, one here. So let me darken it in. I'm going to put this hair, this guy's here. Look, it goes up, then it comes down like this. See? I'm going to have a wave coming from underneath here. Another wave. See, the hair goes up, and this hair comes down. Here comes down. Just take your time and create a wonderful pattern. I sure enjoy this pattern. And then I'll have this hair, and then underneath here, see, I'm going to darken this other hair so that the eye tucked underneath has a whole nother. Oh, look, I got quiet for a second because I'm trying to concentrate. I have to leave room over here for the human eye. I'm going nuts. You guys love it? So this curves down. And we'll darken it a little bit here. Look at this. We got all these hairs. All these hairs going a different direction. We got all this texture. All this wonderful texture. And then these hairs come down here. Oh, look, I caught myself sticking my tongue out when I'm drawing. All right, back over here. Let's darken this in. Give it a nice dark contrast. Love it, love it, love it. Love it, love it, love it. Really dark. And then up here, look at this. Let's put that contrast. I shrunk that reflection just a bit. And now I want to draw more detail here. I want to get it really dark back behind here. I sure love that. Now that dark area, that's really dark, that's going to make your drawing eyes, your white eyes, really pop out. That's called variation, right? So I'll put the hair. I want to put a little shadow underneath here. See this? I want to get this texture, see? That's looking cool. That's looking half face, half face. What do you guys think? You guys love it, love it, love it? All right, well, let's make it nice and dark over here. Nice and dark. Now, I'm not sure what we're going to draw next week. I think we're going to draw either lettering or maybe we'll do some buildings. We'll work on 2-point perspective buildings. You guys like that idea? 2-point perspective buildings? I was thinking, here's what I was thinking, of something like this. Look, here's 1-point perspective. Okay, we can practice that. And then the 2-point perspective is when you use 2 vanishing points. Like we can do a tower like that, and we can do another building or tower. Look at this, or a castle. Look at 2-point perspective. Let's talk about 2-point perspective next week. Can that look nice? Look at this. Look at this lesson. This is a great one for drawing a city in 2-point perspective. Happy face, sad face. You guys want to draw that next week? So I was thinking about working on that next week. Excuse me. Well, let's get back into our eyes. Let's draw the near eye. Oh, I'm so excited. I want to announce my new books, or my re-release of these books. I wrote these, and then I added more material to them, and we're re-releasing them. This is called my Draw series. You guys can get these on Amazon.com. Type in my name, Mark Kistler, and this is Draw, Robots and Gadgets. Look at their cool books. And there's just so many fun things. Here's cool, crazy cartoons. And it's, I believe it's like 70 pages long. All kinds of great drawing instruction inside here. Here's Monsters and Creatures. Draw is the title. And here's a picture of me. Oh, look, I'm holding my Emmy. How modest of me. And then here's one called Cartoon Animals. So there's 4 books in the series. And so I hope you guys can take a look at that and maybe get a set for yourself. Awesome. Would love to have you drawing with me with my draw series. Happy face, sad face. What do you guys think of that? Do you love it? Do you love it? Do you love it? I love having all my books out. All right, now put the reflection here. Let's put that nice dark pupil. Super dark. Okay, draw the reflection, and then we're going to get to the human eye. The human eye is coming up. So take your time. All right, you guys getting ready here? That is neat. Now, you could just spend hours on this. I'm not going to, but you can see what I'm talking about, right? You can see what I'm talking about. See how this is dark? We're creating this wonderful wave pattern here. And this one swoops down in front. Look at this. I can't stop. All right, now back here, we got to give that a nice contrast back here. Let's do that. Let's take your pencil and get that wonderful dark background. I think I am. I think I'm going to fill up a whole page with these eyes. Wouldn't that be fun? What do you guys think? Maybe 50 sets of eyes. So it's 100 eyes, right? Look at that. That looks cool. Now, let's use our stomp. Watch what I'm going to do. Take your Stompy and roll the stomp around in this real dark area, and then use that just to put a little bit of shadow by the eyes. See what I did? Let me zoom in so you can see what I'm doing. Excuse me. Now I'm going to take my Stompy, and I'm going to darken it in. See that? I'm going to use that residual pencil lead. I'm going to take my pencil. I'm going to just put a little bit of tone on this side. See this? A little bit of shading. This is what I'm doing. I'm adding a little bit of shading to the sphere. And let's move over to this one. Let's clean it up. Clean up your extra lines. Use my handy-dandy little brush. Brush it off. And then let's roll the Stompy. All right, let's take this. Look at, and then just a little bit up, a little bit back here and underneath here. Then separate that. Look at the separation shadow. See that? We definitely want to get that separation shadow. All right, let's move it up here. Let's smooth out that value. See, I'm not blending. I'm smoothing it out. And then we'll use it. Oops, there's a spot for all black. I forgot that one spot there. And then let's separate the shadow. Look at, come in here as a palette. And then who's going to come on the camera after I stop the recording and show me your drawings on this one? Anybody? Oh, I hope you do. I hope you do. All right, now coming over here, you can use it to blend up your pattern. I'm going to smooth it out. I'm not blending. I'm just smoothing it so it's a nice, smooth, dark area. And then I'm going to accentuate the flow of the hair. I'm going to put a shadow between the 2 eyes. And there we go. I am really pleased with that. That looks great. Let's look at our whole lesson so far. So we have the eagle eye, and we have our marshmallow eye, and we have the tangled eye. That looks cool. Now let's draw the human eye down here. Let's draw. So if you're ready, I'm going to zoom this in so I can get the human eye going down here. All right. Now, this drawing is inspired from my You Can Draw in 30 Days book. And if you, in this one right here, yay, number 4 in the Amazon.com best-selling list. On this one, you can see that's what we're going to end up with, this eye right here, okay? And we're just going to use this one lemon shape, do one line at a time, follow along with me, and you're going to end up with a really awesome eye. Now, you can look in the mirror and do a self-portrait of your eye, and you'll see all these elements I'm going to be talking about. Everything I'm going to talk about is totally transferable to drawing your own self-portrait. All right? This is just, copying me is just a step to when you're drawing from what you see in the world around you, and if you want to look in the mirror and draw your own eye, if you want to draw your friend, look at your brother or sister. So just copy me to get confident with this. Now, depending on where you are in the world, it will determine the shape of your eye. Now, I was born in Ohio, in Central America, right? In Central United States. So my eye is very lemon-shaped, okay? So I'm going to draw a lemon-shaped eye here. See, depending on where you are, what's your longitude and latitude on the planet, you're going to have a different eye shape. So mine's kind of a lemon. It has that little tear duct over here. This will be the nose over here. And then this will be the top of the eyelid. It'll come down. It overlaps in the front. See, it's a very lemon shape, right? And then the bottom of the eyebrow, watch this, will curve down and it'll tuck right underneath there. All right, give me a half face if you have a nice lemon shape. It really depends on where you're at. If you're in different longitude and latitude on the planet, your eye will be thin or wider or squished or shorter or taller. There's 7.125 billion people on the planet. We just Googled that this morning. That means that there's over 14.3 billion eyes, and every eye is different and unique. Isn't that amazing? All right, so let's draw the top up here. I'm going to draw the eyelid. So I'm going to draw the top right above the tear duct. Your nose would be over here, right? So I'm going to draw above the tear duct. I'm going to draw the eyelid coming up and have it coming right down above, right behind there. See? It's already starting to take shape. Isn't that cool? Then down here, in my eye, when I look at my eye in the mirror, my bottom eyelid is thinner than my top eyelid. So I'm going to go ahead and draw that little thinner bottom eyelid around there. Happy face, sad face. You guys with me on this one? You guys with me? Okay, looking good. And then, let's see here. We have that. So now I'm going to draw the eye. I'm going to draw the eye. So watch this. I want to make it overlapping. So I'm going to draw I'll draw the circle. I'll position the eye, and you can just freehand it, or you can put a quarter down. You can put a round shape. I'm going to freehand it so I know where the eye will be and where it tucks under. See, so I know that this part of the eye is hidden. This is underlap. The eyelid overlaps the top. All right, so there's my eye. Then that's the iris. Now I want to draw the pupil, and so I'm going to draw the pupil over here. I think I'll overlap just a bit of the pupil. How's that? So I'll darken the pupil, and it overlaps. See, I tucked underneath here. It overlaps right here, so you can see it, right? Okay. And then let's draw some reflection. Now, depending on what you want. Do you want a star? What do you guys think? Do you want a star in the reflection? Or do you want maybe a lightning bolt? Or do you want like a bat? What do you want? Or do you want a question mark? What do you want in your eye? I'm thinking what do you want? Here, I'm going to open up the text box. What's your reflection you want? And while you guys are thinking of that, I'm going to start getting some shadow, nooks and crannies. I'm going to get a nice dark shadow underneath there, and I'm going to blend it out. Look at dark up underneath that eyelid. And you can put a star, you can put a Mickey Mouse, you can put a lightning bolt. Good ideas all. Over here, I think I'm going to put a little star. I'm going to put a star reflection. I'll put a star right there, and then we'll get that pupil pitch dark. We'll put a midnight black, really dark around the star. That'll be fun. I had one student put a coyote howling in the eye reflection. It was really cool. All right. You ever see that picture of M.C. Escher? He drew the reflection, his self-portrait, reflected in a sphere that he was holding in his hand. M.C. Escher is one of my favorite all-time pencil illustrators. He did amazing things with pen and ink and with pencil and with etching. Let's get it really dark. My other hero of pencil sketching, because I love pencil, I'm very, very much of a big fan of graphite, the pencil, is Chris Van Allsburg. Boy, he did some amazing pencil drawings, hundreds and hundreds of them in all of his books. One of my favorite is a book called The Z Was Zapped. You guys ever get a chance to look at that Chris Van Allsburg book? Chris Van Allsburg is his name, and the title of the book is The Z Was Zapped, one of my all-time favorite books. Well, any book by Chris Van Allsburg is amazing. All right, so now, of course, we're talking about artists that just use pencil a lot in their illustrations, since that's my favorite. Now, what pencil do I use? I prefer a 9mm. It's a little bit bigger. Most of you are using a 5mm or 7mm pencil. I'm using a 9mm, and it's an HB. It's a darker lead. It's $5. The P209. Um, it's so almost looks like ink. See when I use it. Here's my kit. I have a click eraser. I have a Stompy, and I use my erasing brush. That's what I need. Those 4 items. Now, underneath here, let's get it really dark under here, and get it lighter and lighter. I'm going to do something in a second that's going to make this eye look like it's a blue eye or a hazel eye. But up first, I'm going to get it dark and get lighter as it comes down. That nice. Now remember, your eye is not anchored. It doesn't have to be glued down. Your drawing is not glued to the paper. You can move it, twist it. You can twist and turn to make sure you have a comfortable line. Okay. You love it? Half face, sad face. What do you guys think? Now, half face, sad face. Anybody there? Let me see. There we go. There we go. I know this one's a little harder. We're kicking up the level of difficulty on this one. And I love it that you guys are keeping up with me and you're trying and not giving up. I want to put a darker value. Look at, let's darken in around the eye. Let's darken a little bit around here. Look at this. Darken around here. Isn't that cool? All right, now when you're drawing the eyebrow, let's take a look at how I drew the eyebrow in my book. You can draw in 30 days. Look at this. Oh, this is cool. Look at the anime girl. See, we learned how to draw the face, and see, we did the proportions. We should draw the human face one of these lessons too. But look at the eye. See the eye right here? See the eyebrow? When we draw the eyebrow, we have to make sure we draw it higher than you normally would, than you would think that you would. Okay? Most people draw the eyebrow too low. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to blend it. This will be fun. Watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to blend the eye in with this hair from this one. I'm going to have the eyebrow come up like that. Isn't that fun? See how high it is? I went into the next square. See? You have to draw higher than you think you have to on the eyebrow. You always do that. And then what I'll do is down here is I'll go ahead and start putting single lines here. Look at this. See this? Put some left and some right. Here, you can keep it. I'm going to separate these two. I want to separate these two, but because I want to draw every single line, every detail. See this? I'll draw every hair. Okay, what do you guys think? Do you love it? I'm going to pull it down just a little bit. And then the eyebrows coming up. I'm just taking my time, having some fun. Get that nice pattern going down here. Isn't this nice? Really cool, you guys. Love it. Take your time. Some of them go, crazy by themselves. You see, they just go, wah. You just take your time. Do one hair at a time. Isn't that relaxing? That's cool. Texture. See how this is higher than I think. Now we're going to have some fun. See on this one, you see how I put the shading in between the eyebrow and then we'll put eyelashes. Don't let me forget the eye. I always forget. Almost every time I forget the eyelashes, and we don't want to do that. So get it really dark under the eyebrow. Really dark, and we'll get lighter as it comes down. Now let's do the same thing here. I'm going to kind of darken in along the eye, lighter as it comes up. We're going to blend this in a second here. It'll make it look really cool. See, I'm just accentuating, I'm defining that dark, and see I'm getting really dark around the edge. Same thing here, you can curve this. Get it really dark. Now for sure, we'll put a lot of shading. Now let's use our finger for this. Watch this. Just this one area. Leave the eyebrow. Leave the eyelid too. We'll do that later. Just do the eyebrow. Just do the eyebrow and pull it down here. I'm going to use my Stompy. Whoops. Here's my Stompy. And I'm going to blend it a little bit here. And that looks pretty cool. Do you guys love it? And you can do it more out here if you want. I want to darken it just a bit more. Just a bit more up underneath there. I love it. Maybe a little more over here. Use your, I'm going to use my finger to blend. I love it. That looks cool. All right, now, definitely let's come down here. Let's put some tone. Let's blend the eye. And blend it. Look, I'm sticking my tongue out when I'm concentrating. Isn't that funny? All right. If your parents are drawing with me, I bet they're sticking their tongues out too. It's a natural adult parent thing. We always stick our tongues out when we draw. Oh, I'm going to do something pretty cool with the eye here, right? To pretend there's a dot in the middle, and all these lines around the iris are coming toward the middle. Here's what I want to do. I want to give this eye. I want to make it look like it's like a blue or a hazel. I want to give it a different value than here and here and here. See how I did on this eye? See what I did? I put a little like a tone, and we darkened in around the pupil. We also darkened a little bit around the edge of the eye. So let's do that. All these lines, now some of them I'm going to put are close together, and some are far apart. And they're all going toward the center, like a spokes on a bicycle wheel. See, they're all lining up here. See that? All right, now take your time. Okay, I see you guys as icons. Go ahead and just draw with me. I see that you're responding. That's great. All right, now see I left some big spaces and some smaller spaces. Now watch this. I'm going to go around the outside and I'm going to darken in. See this? It's a little bit value difference here. I'm going to darken it just a little bit. Right along here. See this? And it follows the... See that? I'm going to make that one. See, it follows your direction of that line. See the guideline? That makes sense? Now, if you look in the mirror, when you have time, after the lesson, go look in the mirror and you'll see your eye, the iris, the color part of your eye has all this, and inside my eye has all these like these sunbursts of blue and a little bit of green in there. The guy can see all these lines that are shooting across here. It's like a constellation. Let's put more detail. And now on this one, I might just very light take my finger and go around it, just to give it a little. Okay, we still got to do the eye. We're still going to do the eyelashes. So hold on a second. Happy face, sad face. You guys with me here? You got a little value around your eye. You have all the lines going in 1 point perspective there. Now down here, look, I want to put a little more shadow under the tear duct here. Excuse me. So we'll get it really dark, and we're going to get it light as it comes down. And I didn't put enough of this darkness when I was drawing it in my You Can Draw in 30 Days book. See, on this book right here, I didn't make it dark enough underneath. You see this? I could have made it much darker under here, and I didn't do that. I should have got a little bit more dark. All right, really dark. Let's get lighter and lighter. Love it. Oh, this is going to be good. Now, I'll use my finger. I'll blend it here. Okay, now the eyebrow to me is a little too white, too bright, so I'm going to just put a little value. Same with the eyelid, the eyebrow, and the eyelid. That's what I'm talking about now. We're going to put the eyelashes. So I'm going to put some dots, little groups. Put some dots down here. Right along the lid. See, that's how your eye cleans out, sweeps out all the dust and particles. So the eyelashes act as a broom cleaning the dust out. They have to be right along the eye. And then now watch the curve here. I just put a few guide points. curving away from your nose, your tear duct over here. I'm going to draw just a little clump of one there, maybe 3. 1, 2, 3. I'll start with a clump. 1, 2, 3. I'm curving away from the nose. That's the nose down there, right? So I'm curving away from the nose. 1, 2, 3. I'll move down to this dot. I'll do 1, 2, 3. I'll change it. I don't want them all to have 3, but just to start with. Moving down a little bit, put a dot here, and I'll put 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll put 4 on that one. Then I'm going to start back at the top, and I'll put some shorter ones, little tiny short ones, little planned randomness. See, some short ones, and then I'll come back and I'll put a couple of really long ones. Look at this. Yeah, look at that. This looks like this. This person is an eye model for mascara or makeup or something. You know, those close-ups you see in the magazines and billboards of the eye. Half face, sad face. Do you guys like your eyelashes there? Now, along the bottom, we'll put a few guide points to start with. Let's just start with a few. We'll put 4 or 5. All right, then take your pencil and curve in the opposite way as we did with the eye above it. Watch this. I'm going to curve it to the right. I'll put 3 or 4, whatever, just to get us started. I'll just put a couple of these curves. Now, I'll turn it. Sometimes I can curve easier. I don't like this curve, so I'll erase it. Do we do it? Watch this. See that? And then I'll go back over. And I'll put, put some short and some long. Put some short and some long, some really long ones if you want to have it really cool. I got quiet. I was concentrating. All right, that looks great. Well, let's take a look at our drawing. You guys did really good. Take your finger. Make sure you blend underneath the eye. Get it a lot of value change here. Boy, it's hard to stop on that one, isn't it? Happy face, sad face. How'd you guys do on that? Look at your drawing. I'm so proud of you. You guys did fantastic. Look at that. Look at that. Now, if you want to come on to the camera, and if you want to share your drawings with me, I would love to see them. Let me let's put this so we can see all of our drawings of the lesson today. That is wonderful. Good job. I think I'm going to zoom in. Which one would I end on? Boy, those two are sure great. Well, thank you for drawing with me, you guys. If you want to come on the camera, I'm going to turn the recording off and keep drawing. It's good for your brain, good for your thinking, good for your soul. Remember, go to my website. Go to markkistlerlive.com. Write this down. www.markkistlerlive.com. Can you guys write this down? Mark Kistler Live. If you want to extend your membership, or if you are a markkistlerlive.com. And if you are a guest and you want to sign up for a whole year, we got a great special going on. And not only can you have the opportunity to sign up with me, Mark Kistler, yay, but you can take 3D pop-up art from Rebecca DeGroot, claymation from Tommy and Jamie Hazelwood and Tommy Sims. You can take paper cut animation from Brandon Ray. Got these amazing, talented, award-winning global artists teaching. You can take comic book creation with Rod Thornton. You can take a whole series of classes of acrylic painting with Ginger Cook. We'd love to have you guys. Go to markkistlerlive.com and take a look at it, okay? Thanks for drawing with me. I have my eye on you. I have my eye on you. You guys are geniuses. I'll see you on the next lesson. Keep drawing. It's really good for your brain. Bye, everybody.
Sharpen your pencil, grab some paper, get ready, it's almost time. Mark will show you how to get on the paper what's in your mind. A rocket ship, a pair of shoes, a shooting star, and some kangaroos.
Have you enjoyed drawing today? Want to continue the fun? Head over to draw3d.com and join now.